Hello everyone. Welcome to the presentation on the 2021 FEEA Scholarship Program. FEEA is the Federal Employee Education and Assistance Fund, a national charity that's been around for over 30 years and a charity that is for federal employees and by federal employees. Besides the Merit Scholarship Program, we offer several other programs, including an emergency hardship loan program, disaster relief grants, and a scholarship program for the children who survived their parents in terrorist attacks, like the Oklahoma City bombing and 9/11. We also have Fed Life Hacks, an informational program for federal employees and their families that offers advice and resources on all aspects of their life outside of work, such as how to control holiday spending, understanding insurance, or maybe finding a national park near you. And finally, in partnership with Tutor.com, we developed a new program to help federal employees who have kindergarten through 12th grade aged children with free online academic tutoring. For information and eligibility requirements for all these programs, please visit our website at www.feea.org. That's FEEA.org. FEEA gives scholarships because we believe in higher education. We want to help put college in reach for federal employees and their families. We want to recognize students' outstanding academic achievement and community engagement. This is why we've given over 10,000 scholarships since our founding. FEEA scholarships are funded through many generous donors. These include individuals who give directly through our website or pledge through CFC to FEEA pledge number 11185. Our donors also include many businesses, unions, and associations. For example, Federal Long-Term Care Insurance Program, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and GEHA all generously sponsor many of our scholarships each year. Scholarships are $1,000 to $7,500 apiece and can be used for tuition and required academic fees at any accredited college or university the student attends. Checks are made out directly to the college or university and mailed to the student at home. Scholarships are not renewable, but winners can apply every year they still meet the eligibility requirements. Eligible employees are, of course, federal employees themselves, including postal employees, as long as they are full or part-time permanent civilian, and their children, stepchildren, legal dependents, and spouses. Children must be under the age of 25. For NARF members as sponsors, their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren are eligible to apply. Applicants with a NARF sponsor must be high school seniors only, applying for support for their freshman year of college. And continuing with the eligibility, federal employees either applying themselves or sponsoring an applicant must be employed with the federal government for at least 3 years as of the application deadline. All applicants must have at least a 3.0 cumulative unweighted grade point average. Please don't round up your GPA. If you do not have at least a 3.0, you are not eligible to apply. Federal employee applicants may be enrolled as a part-time student. All other applicants must be enrolled or planning to enroll as a full-time student. On to the actual application. FEEA uses a common application, which means even though we have different partners and membership associations, everyone applying will be using the same application and have the same deadline. You can access the application at the link seen here, feea.org/scholarships. The person who is applying for the scholarship must be the one to both set up the account and complete the scholarship application. So if you're sponsoring an applicant, you can't set up the account for them and then have them complete the application. If you do that, you run the risk of disqualifying the applicant. The applicant needs to do the entire process themselves. When you follow the application link listed in the previous slide, you'll see the first page of the application offers a chance to preview. Check out the preview link at the bottom where the red arrow is pointing, and you can view the whole application first without actually filling it out. Then when you're ready, you can click the green Apply button and start the process. Don't be concerned if you see that some questions don't apply to you when you're looking at that preview. Depending on what association you might be involved with or who your sponsor is, the questions on the application will adjust, and you should see only the ones that apply to you when you start filling it out. The application is divided into 3 sections, which you'll see in the next slide. You can use the tab button to move from section to section, or just put your cursor in the box you want to fill out. You don't need to complete the application all in one sitting. You can start it, save it, and come back to it by going into the smarterselect.com site and logging in. If you forget your password, you can reset it, but you are only allowed to submit one application. If you need to change something on your original application, you can go in and make those changes as needed. Just make sure you hit save each time you make a change. Here's an overview of the 3 sections of the application. In Section 1, students will provide information about themselves and their sponsor. So as a reminder, if you are a federal employee applying for yourself, you are your own sponsor. All other applicants must have a sponsor who is a current federal employee or a NARF member. If you or your sponsor are a member of one of the membership associations or unions listed in the application in Section 1, please check all the groups that apply to you. Depending on what you choose, other boxes might pop up for you with a membership number or something else. Make sure to fill those out as well. If you're not sure about a membership number or region number, you can check with the organization you're a member of, and they can help. Please note, FEEA will verify all memberships to make sure they are current and in good standing. We ask you for 3 bulleted lists, 1 for community engagement, 1 for extracurricular activities, and 1 for awards. You only need to go back 5 years, no more. Start with what you believe to be the most important activities first, and then continue the list in descending order of significance. Make sure you give details on what you did, how long, and spell out any acronyms. The reviewer might not be familiar with an organization you list, and you want to make sure they know exactly what it is and what your role was. Don't forget to include any work or internships. Those are important as well. We do not require an official transcript. Just make sure the fall 2020 grades are included. If you are currently enrolled in school and your transcript does not include your fall grades, please scan a copy of your fall report card with your transcript into one document and then upload it. Make sure it's not password protected and can be opened. It should be in PDF format. If you're not currently enrolled, you should submit a transcript from the last school you attended. This is so important. Every year we have to disqualify applicants whose applications look great, but they don't include their fall grades. Please also redact any personal identifying information, such as a social security number, birth date, or address from your transcript before uploading it. We ask for a 500-word essay answering the specific question on the application. It's usually best to draft it outside of the application system and then cut and paste the final version into your application. The best essays are clear, concise, thoroughly answer the question, and give both facts and opinions. In addition, if you only write a couple sentences, chances are your application will not be considered. A few sentences is really not enough to thoroughly answer an essay question and would not show that you put a lot of thought into it. We do check for plagiarism, so make sure the work is all your own. Section 2 involves a letter of reference. However, for this year, skip this section. Due to the pandemic, a reference letter will not be required for the 2021 scholarship application. The last section of the application, Section 3, is where we collect a lot of demographic data. The volunteer selection committee members who review applications do not have access to this information. We use it only to look at our recruitment and make sure we're reaching a diverse group of people in all aspects. What you see here are some of the biggest reasons applications are disqualified, and we've gone over most of this already. So as a reminder, make sure your transcript has your fall grades. If it doesn't, scan your fall report card and the transcript as one document before you upload it. Make sure all your attachments are saved and uploaded as PDFs. If the attachment can't be opened, or if it's password protected or locked, or we can't read it for any other reason, your application will be disqualified. Make sure all your writing is your own work and original. We do check for plagiarism. There's a great article on avoiding accidental plagiarism in our Fed Life Hacks program on our website, FEEA.org/hacks. Click on Education and Personal Growth. You might want to take a look at it before you start your research for the essay. It could be helpful. Lastly, make sure to submit your application once it's complete. If you don't click the Submit button, your application will remain with a status of incomplete and will not be considered. We generally have a great variety of over 200 people on our selection committees, and there are several people reviewing each application. They look at the record of academic and personal achievement, community service and extracurricular activities, usually the recommendation letter, but again, that will not be a requirement this year, and any awards you've received and the quality of writing throughout the application. We will let you know the results of your application by August 2021. If you are selected as a winner, you will receive a package in the mail with paperwork that needs to be signed and returned before your check is mailed. The check is made out to your university and mailed to you at home. If you are not selected as a winner, you will be notified through the email address you used in your application. So for all applicants, make sure you use a personal email address in your application that you will still be using in the summer. For example, if you have a high school email address, that's not the one to use because you will have graduated and no longer have access to it. We will only give information and notification to the student. If your parents call or email or grandparents want to know the results, we will be telling them to have you, the applicant, contact us. The deadline is March 25th, 2021 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you live on the West Coast or in the Midwest, you'll need to make that time adjustment for where you live. The system will automatically shut down at 3 p.m. Eastern Time and you will no longer have access to your application. Please don't wait until the last minute to complete your application because anything can happen that can interrupt transmission. Power outage, computer failure, we cannot extend the deadline. If you have any questions that have not been answered at this point, please email scholarships@feea.org and we'd be happy to help. Best of luck to all of you, and we look forward to reading your applications. Thanks for listening.